Hello and welcome to No Clip Mode. This is Little Nemo Dream Master for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I'm your host, Glitch. This is Dorman, and that's Ocelot.
Yo!
Howdy.
So this kid has suspiciously blue hair.
Well, to be fair, so does everybody in this world, apparently.
I suppose.
What?
The princess has chosen you to be her playmate. Oh, really? But if she's a princess, then she must be a girl.
Oh god, not a girl!
Fuck.
I never played with girls before.
She's not just a girl. She's a hermaphrodite.
I think we established that she's a princess already.
She's also a boy.
This is the worst.
She's still a girl. No fucking way. It's bullshit.
Well, anyway, leaving aside the fact that she's a girl, she's giving this to you.
A present? Really? What is it? Is it a present?
Candy!
Oh, what? Oh, I like candy. Anybody smart enough to give me candy can't be all bad, see?
Good lesson for the kids there.
I know.
You got candy, you can go.
Think about that for a second.
This is, I'm pretty sure this game was made in support of the White Van Society. Look at this big metal Zeppelin.
Hell yes.
It's a Led Zeppelin.
Oh.
Aww.
Gonna make that joke. Damn it. Anyway, yes, Little Nemo the Dream Master. Back in the golden age of Capcom licensed platformers. It's a shame that Capcom doesn't still make licensed platformers. At least then the fact that it's a licensed game would give them excuses for making so many crappy games.
Yup. Hey, little boy, what are you doing here? This place is too dangerous for little boys.
Are you pulling the text so fast?
Those creatures here will give you a ride. If you feed them candy, you can ride as long as you like. Press the light to stop. Doors are locked. You'll need a It never came rates long in order to get through, by the way. My name is Flip.
Again, what is the message being sent here? If you feed them candy, they'll give you a ride.
God.
This whole game is actually very disturbing, despite the fact that Little Nemo as a series is pretty awesome.
Series?
Well, yeah.
This
is based on the series of visual novels by, I don't remember who the original author was.
I insert artist name here.
It was from what, the 30s, wasn't it?
There
was a whole series of Little Nemo comics.
I remember there was a movie.
There was also a
movie when I saw the movie when I was too young to.
There was a movie and several video games that are made off of it. There was also there was this game as well as also an arcade game,
which is probably the same game except at 8 quarters.
There was some anniversary for Little Nemo recently, earlier this year. I don't remember exactly what it was for, but like how many years it's been. But I think it's about time that this series got a little more due. I think a revisiting of this kind of game would be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah. I'd still get really frustrated with the later levels. It's level 3 was...
Or apparently the early levels.
Like, yeah. Whenever you suggested this game for an LP was the first time I've ever played it. This was not part of my childhood.
It was part of mine.
Candy on a snail. All right. Candy in a frog.
For those of you who are not necessarily familiar with this game, it is obviously a 2D platformer produced by Capcom back in the good old days when they were good. You've already seen the frog hopping around. The idea behind the game is primarily that you start off every level as just Nemo, and he is armed only with the candy that he received from the messenger at the beginning of the game. And you use that to either stun hostile enemies or basically bribe some of the other creatures of the world into helping you out. In this case, the frog, which gives Nemo additional jumping capabilities. He can now jump enemies to defeat them, and swim. In every level you are tasked with finding keys, such as that one, which you then use to unlock the door at the end of the level and move on to the next stage. Here's another example of candy at work as you avoid frogs.
Now, watch me skin this animal and wear its body like a suit.
Pretty much. That's normal, right?
I think this is the only point in the game that you get to use the bowl.
No, there are a couple of later levels where you get it.
It must be the last level.
I thought you used it at some point in World... Don't you use it in level 2 at some point?
No.
Oh. I know there's at least one other level where he shows up. I think. The most common ones are usually the frog, the lizard, and probably the bee.
In level 2, you use the gorilla, and there's like 2 or 3 gorillas around, and I think it's the only place you use the gorilla.
That sounds about right. There's a couple of creatures that only get a couple of uses each. The lizard being one of the more common ones. You cannot attack as the lizard, but you do get the ability to climb around on walls, which helps to get around a lot.
Basically, at a later point in the game, you get the frog to get to the hornet, and then you get the lizard at various other times. And that was me dying again, because, yep.
It is not an easy game.
No. No, this
Which
game,
again,
like...
kind of in the golden age of NES platformers, par for the course.
Aside from how far I've gotten in the last level, as of this recording, as of the time of this recording, I'm halfway through the final level of this game, and I have not beaten it because I got really mad at the last level. So, you know. But, no, aside from that excessively annoying part, I think the worst level in the game is level 3. Level 3 shouldn't even exist.
Actually, I won't spoil what the level is, but if it's the one that I'm thinking of, I didn't think... There's like one part of that level that gets excessively difficult, but the rest of it, honestly, I never found to be all that bad.
It's, it really gets on my nerves.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing that later on then.
I don't like any level that has that sort of design, though.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I'd be
We'll wait for that in a couple of videos from now.
So next time on No Clip Mode, level 2. How about it?